It's the wake-up call. Now, today being a Wednesday, we talk about love and relationships. Leave alone the banter that we've been into. Now we are crossing over to relationships. And my question, I think I have like two questions. They're intertwined, but you know, they both affect us every single day. Now, if you have gone through something that I'm going to talk about, you could give us a call and let us know how you overcame it or how you went through it. My first question is, what would you do if you found out that your partner, be it wife or husband, got a child outside the wedlock? I'm talking about things to do with, I didn't come with this child. Yeah, this child didn't exist before our marriage, but 10 years into our marriage, now I have a child or two outside the wedlock. Again, would you leave? Would you stay? How would you handle that? Number two, when would you tell, or would you tell your partner at all that I have a child outside the wedlock, if you had one? Right there. Give us a call as we talk about this. I know that these gentlemen are the masters at this, because I know they are the culprits. So the number that you'll be connecting to us on is 0705 966 966.
For the peace of our marriage.
Let's start with a disclaimer.
For the peace of our marriage, we are not contributing to this conversation. Do it with your audience.
What would you do?
Who is sponsoring this conversation?
Go through these things silently. Yeah. So many marriages have been destroyed because of this very issue. So we ought to talk about it today.
Linda Ko, you're trying to mean you get married and then 5 years, 2 years, 10 years into the relationship, ogenda kwekanganga mukama yabongeddeko abaana abatali bamwe. Children are gift. You know that? You know children are king. You know children are gift from God. So 10 years into your marriage and you find yourself with children.
What would you do?
Not adopted children.
Not adopted.
Nga mukama yabongeddeko bongezi.
Now we are talking about both sex, the male and the female. Nti mukyala wo azadde
tusooke kujenda emu
omusajja azadde abaana ebweru kuba mwenna musobola okuzaala abaana kituufu basi kituufu
ekyokukola ki
ekyokuzaala mwenna musobola okuzaala mukama mwenna asobola obawa ekirabo eky'omwana atali waawano mu maka
ani fe
ani
wetuli twavaawa
sife
wetuli twavaawo
like I mean generally
embazi
musooke mujejjeeko
osobola okigumiza nti sife ne tutandikirawo
simmwe like generally
abali eyo abasajja
omutwalo
tubyogerako
ekikulu
nnyo ekyo
disclaimer Maron mukyala wa King. This is not about these gentlemen. Whatever they are going to say is strictly not about their lives. They have not done these things, and they are not about to do these things, right?
Never say never. Never.
As long as you're still living,
but scripture is clear.
You're still in existence.
If amongst you thinks he's still standing, is it still standing? Mungu alowooza nti mutuukirivu nnyo akole ki?
Bwe olowooza nti oyimiridde fuba olaba ng'onywera oleme kugwa.
Exactly. So you can't say never.
Kati omaze okugwa. Katwogera kwa amaze okugwa
obudde oseeredde n'ogwa n'osituka ng'olina omwana.
Mu lugendo luno olw'obulokole otambula mutuukirivu agw'emirundi 7 ngenda olaba ogudde kati ogenda okuyimukawo nga mu famire yammwe mukama yayongeddeko abaana.
ng'omulokole nekati mwengeri nammwe nga muli basajja nga mukyalawo yaleese omwana yafunye omwana ebweru
ate ng'okalubya bikalubya. Let's start from the other way around.
No, but I can start from a space of if my wife
yes
brought a child
She cannot bring. She raises.
God gives you a gift.
It's
Mukama namwongerako ezzadde.
It is us men that bring. Your wife raises in your home another man's child. If it happens. I just wanted to clarify a few things. Yeah, it's men that bring children in the wedlock. Women raise children in the wedlock. Yeah, she raises another man's child.
Bro, whichever it is, potato, you know. First and foremost, it will be a hard space.
A very hard one.
That's a reality of life.
Yeah.
It will be a hard space. You can't remain the same. Nah, tebakulimba tebegumya, you can remain the same. But probably that's the worst that can happen in the marriage. You get it.
So now you've answered your question. You've been asking.
That's the worst that can probably happen in the marriage. On her side. You understand?
And how do we get to that space? After her introducing the child, or you doing the DNA and discover that the child is not yours?
No, man. I never do DNA. I'll never do DNA. I don't care. Oline bwampayiriza nti omwana wange sikola DNA. Mwemba sikumanyi n'ongamba bugambi nti nyina omwana wo sikola DNA.
Tukole campaign here, not doing DNA.
Kitegedde why tekina kye kigattako kyanjawulo kiri awo. But n'amukuza ng'omulaba omwana omutwe sigwammwe. Talina wafaana baganda be. Talina ne ate there is a way abaana bano gye bazaalibwamu nga tafaanana na ku saidi ya maama nga yasikira ddala saidi ya taata we. Nongamba waffe yandibadde ayina gaafaanana wano kale yandifaananyeeko aba ku saidi.
So what would you do?
You know about mwana muwanvu nogamba.
Nothing. I will do nothing.
You know for sure that muchala wange ali lubuto naye si wange.
Yep. Nothing. I will do nothing.
Would you treat your woman the same way?
This would be a question. This would be the candid question that I'd ask my wife. One, does the person who impregnated you know that this is their baby?
If yes. Let's have the two sides of the question.
Kati nyigira awo. Ogambye waaki nti wafunye olubuto. Okitege kye ngugamba. Ugambye waaki.
Tuli ku mwana.
Anti kati
omwana yazze dda.
Kati omwana bw'abazze mubuuza kitaawe yamanya nti wamuzaala. Uwe bwangambira nti yes yamanya, then kitegeeza there is more than just a relationship that was going on. This was a decision and a choice of something going on. Bw'aba teyamanya kitegeeza it was a mistake. Okitegedde? Mistakes happen.
Ya muntu aserera n'agwa.
Tubeere bantu bakulu twetegerere ddala bino bye tubeeramu muno nga tuli mu oblivion mu mistakes don't happen. Ekiriyo, for example, I'll give you a very candid example. I can be here at Spirit. Enkuba tulaba nga eringa etonnya nga waliyo omupiira gwa Masanyu, asikali wange ayagala nnyo ma Arsenal oba Masanyu. Okitegedde? N'ayingira n'atuula mu nnyumba
okulaba
omupiira kwolwo lwatudde nkyalange namunyizizza ggulo limu oba mbadde tewabaddeewo mbeera for months. Then ekyokubiri ekirala ayambadde bulungi ate kwati kuluna asikaali awunya bulungi asikaali ogubadde omupiira ne wabeeramu oba love story ne wabeerawo ne gufuukira ddala omupiira ne bagusamba nga tagendedde agenda okizuuka n'agamba what the heck was this? You understand that? That is understandable. My issue is this. No, Masanyu. Omuntu yenna nga tebatutte mutima tebaba tebalina kye batutte. I'm being honest with you, my friend. If they've not taken the heart and she's not willing to go there completely and also, they've taken nothing. My issue would be here is why did you tell? Bw'aba teyamugambye nga mugamba, okay, let's raise this child because as our own. And it is our own anyway.
So you do not abandon your child?
No. Because if I abandon my wife, I'm abandoning also the other children as well. I'm going to create a rift that I do not want these children to look at their mother in a different dimension and a different way. Okitegedde kiba kyama kyange nenkigumira nembeera nakyo nenkimira kipiiru oba nfulumyemuko ku ggwanga nendifulumamuko nenga neneetereza obwongo nemala nenkomawo.
Treat that child the same way?
Oh yes, because you see, whatever we do, by the way, we don't do it for ourselves. When you get married, you start being selfless.
I want to hear Masanyu's
you look at these
version
children,
of this.
You look at the siblings, and how will they treat this other sibling? So kati obagamba mwenna muli ki bo tebabimanyi baana bato kulaki corrupting obwongo bwabwe oyono n'obwongo bwabwe okubagamba nti ono omwana si wange ate nga mami waabwe yamuzadde.
Masanyu, what would you do?
Okitege kye ngamba era nze kyekola nfa kisiiri ebibayita ebizibu by'abasajja bye bagumira n'omusanga ali kukubo ng'ayogera yekka ng'ayogeza yekka
ng'asoma amawulire
speaking alone
n'omusanga kukubo ng'asoma amawulire
omusajja nga every day akeera ku makya ku balcony in the balcony n'ateekawo akatebe and he sits there every day
n'akwata kyoko n'alikosomesa
taata yasirika nnyo alimba
osanga taata ali musomesa ku makya
but you don't know why he's actually quiet. You don't know why he's quiet. You get it, eh?
Yeah.
He looks at you, he doesn't want to speak. He looks at the wife.
Yeah.
Masanyu,
So those are the things.
You found out your wife.
Those are the things. Me, if I find my wife,
has a child.
I have no problem. Too much as it, you can take it back.
It's not yours.
These are things that have happened in the past. These are things.
Hey, and there's nothing new under the sun.
These are things that are living within us.
Yes.
Marriage being a God-ordained institution, it is at war with the devil.
Yeah.
And then when you get married, and us that went through good training, we are at a point that nothing shall, just like Paul says, that what shall ever separate us from the love of Christ? Is it anger? Is it death? Is it persecution? So some of us that went into marriage when we prepared, when we are very sane, we're at that point where we also question ourselves, what shall ever separate us from our decision, from our commitment of getting married? So if such a thing ever happened, God forbid, I refuse it in Jesus' mighty name. But if it is in fate that it happens to me, and I wake up one day and God has blessed us with a beautiful girl or a handsome young man, and that young man is not
It's not yours.
is not my is not my own making. And it depends on the circumstances that all kings take. It depends on the circumstances that I get to know about it. One, if I get to know about it at the beginning, yeah, my wife confides in me, and then she comes out open and clean, and like, you know what, my husband, this child that we have is not your child. As a man, for my peace of mind, what I would require from her, one, circumstances that led to that, I would probably question that.
But you know for sure that sometimes they lie about it because they don't want to hurt your feelings.
Which is okay.
I would request
if you're lying not to hurt my feelings, it's very okay.
I would request for circumstances.
Because we lie all the time anyway.
Yes.
People lie all the time. What bakulimba no kulimba wali bakugamba bakugamba muno wala bakugamba ndogenda funa omusala wala bakugamba omusala gogenda gufuna leero.
Yeah.
Kubulira wala bagamba ogenda funa omusala go leero no gamba buli omu ngenda basasula. Ne bakukuwa weeks 2 mass.
Ne kigira. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because women are not like men. Women cheat for intentional reasons.
So circumstances.
I beg to differ from King. By that time,
let's define why women cheat and why men cheat. Intentional means what do you mean?
Yeah. Men, we cheat by the mind. You see a beautiful girl.
Women.
Can I explain? You see a beautiful Dana like this, and like, oh God. And ta-da-da-da-ta, done. And then for women, because for them they are wired in a different way. Don't vulgarize this conversation. Yes. Yes. By the time a woman, more so a married woman, because it's different from when she's not married, because she could probably be exploring options, what and what. It takes a lot for a woman to conceive for another man. So if it is a relationship that matured into the pregnancy, and then she had the boldness of telling me that this child is not yours, from my subconscious mind as a husband to my lovely wife, I would ask 2 questions. One, the relationship that they have with this man. It is very important, the relationship that they have with this man. I would really love to know, because this is marriage, this is a long-time commitment. I would really love to sit with my wife and the father of the son to iron out
bro,
issues.
bro. No. Okay.
Yes,
that is you.
I would love to iron out these things.
Yes.
And then we come to a conclusion.
That what?
Yeah. That
what are your expectations now? The outcome of this conversation.
I would swallow the pill that if we come
to
if I get to know that the child is not mine, I would not deny this child the opportunity to grow up from his father's side. However much it's gonna hurt my life. Yes, we come to a conclusion that this child is not mine,
but the wife is mine.
Yes, I would probably go before the Lord and ask for forgiveness, and ask for the spirit of forgiveness to forgive my wife, to be able to restore our relationship. Whether I would love her the same or not, because at times marriage is just marriage. Yes, your feelings, your love.
Feelings is our body. But Masanyu, that's weird, man. Bro.
Be better restored. Yes, we come to a conclusion, and we give out the child, or we get means to have the child grow with the father.
Yes, growing with the father, but remember this relationship is
Good
morning.
Morning, how are you?
This is Innocent.
Yes, Innocent, what would you do if your wife,
Me, the only thing I want to actually women to do, or we the men to do, is to open up earlier. It's better to open up early. The two of you get to know about that early.
Yes.
That it is bad when you come to realize it later. Can even separate the marriage.
Okay. So yadagamba zobuzibu bwange bubuno guys
kanchigale bwenti kanchimalirize bwenti
naye
ekiti kyange gyenchimaliriza into singant is if I get to realize this earlier and the child is still in infant stage, we can agree, because the mother of course remains the mother of the child, to go through the winning stage, and then we organize, and the child is now officially handed over to the man.
What comes with that?
Yes.
The man will come and he has to be there.
When the
winning of the child, because it's his child. Now, even after handing over, mama wa mwana ono tasobola kwejjako attachment na mwana we. Era ino sigala nga agenda nga yomulabako. Bano sigala nga bekubiranga ku masimu.
Bila serious mwana.
How is my daughter?
Ono guy tali serious.
They have to keep tabs.
Katukome ono guy tali serious. Ono guy tali serious.
We help jumpstart your day like this. The wake up call.